Welcome back to the channel. Secrets explode, loyalties shatter, and shocking twists await in General Hospital. Don't blink, you won't want to miss what happens next. What strikes me most is how Anna's recovery seems strong on the surface, yet there are clear signs that her past traumas are far from resolved. She put on quite a convincing performance for her doctor, and for a moment, I truly believed she was turning the corner. But as a long-time viewer, I can see the subtle cracks. The manipulation she endured from Ross still lingers, and it's affecting how she sees the world around her. I've always admired Anna's strength, but watching her struggle with these lingering effects makes her feel more real and human than ever. It's a bold choice by the show to explore mental health this way, and I think it adds tremendous depth. One thing that has me particularly excited is the possibility of Peter making his presence felt again in Port Charles. Even though we know what happened to him, the way Anna's mind keeps circling back to that family connection feels like the start of something explosive. I remember all too well how Peter appeared to her during those dark moments at Windermere, and now it seems those visions or influences could be returning stronger than before. In my opinion, this new obsession Anna is developing isn't just a side effect of her trauma. It might be the show's way of bringing back that intense, dangerous energy Peter always brought to the canvas. If Peter is truly influencing her path again, even in her thoughts, it proves the writers are ready for a major storyline explosion that longtime fans like me have been craving. I keep asking myself, is Anna really targeting Cullum and Sidwell because of justice, or is there something deeper driving her decisions? From what we've seen, her focus on these two feels personal, and it's leading her straight into new troubles that could shake up the entire town. The villains in Port Charles have had their run for too long, and I love how Anna's actions seem to be part of a larger shift where these bad influences are finally being dismantled. It's satisfying to watch after so many years of seeing evil characters get away with too much. This adjustment in the power balance feels refreshing and necessary. I believe the show is heading toward a big reckoning, and Anna is right at the center of it. Peter's potential return, or at least the heavy shadow he casts, adds another fascinating dimension. I've always thought Peter represented one of the most complicated threats Anna has ever faced because of their family tie. The idea that he could be fueling her current state, pushing her toward riskier choices, makes perfect sense to me. It differentiates from earlier stories where Anna seemed more in control. This time, her obsession feels raw and unresolved, like she's fighting an enemy who knows her weaknesses better than anyone. If the writers bring Peter back in any form, even through Anna's perceptions, it could create some of the most intense scenes we've seen in a while. I'm already imagining the confrontations and the emotional payoff, and it has me counting down the episodes. What I appreciate most about these developments is how they balance high-stakes drama with genuine character growth. Anna reaching out to Felicia and inviting her and Emma to France shows she's still trying to reconnect with the people who matter. Those moments of warmth and hope are so important, especially for viewers like me who have watched these relationships evolve over decades. Yet even these positive steps come with challenges, as the influence of unreliable voices in Anna's mind threatens to complicate everything. The writers have confirmed that reunions with friends and family will be affected by questionable advice, and I can't help but wonder if Peter is the source behind it all. It creates this beautiful tension between healing and haunting that feels very true to life. As someone who has seen countless storylines come and go, I truly believe this current arc with Anna marks an exciting new chapter. The way the villains are being challenged and potentially destroyed opens the door for real change in Port Charles. Anna targeting Cullum and Sidwell isn't just about revenge. It represents her fighting for clarity and control in a world that keeps trying to pull her back into darkness. I have a feeling we're going to see some major shifts in alliances and power structures because of her determination. That kind of storytelling keeps me passionate about the show even after all these years. Peter's influence exploding through Anna's new obsession is, in my view, one of the smartest moves the show could make right now. It ties together so many threads from the past while propelling the story forward. I may be wrong about exactly how it will unfold, but the evidence is there in Anna's behavior and the hints we've been getting. The mental fragility mixed with her trademark courage creates a compelling character study that I find deeply engaging. It makes me reflect on how past traumas can shape us in unexpected ways, even for someone as capable as Anna. Looking ahead, I'm filled with anticipation for what comes next. Will Anna's focus on these dangerous figures lead to breakthroughs or bigger setbacks? How will Peter's shadow continue to affect her relationships with Felicia and others? These questions keep the story burning hot, and I trust the writers to deliver satisfying answers while surprising us along the way. The energy in Port Charles feels renewed, with old threats being confronted and new possibilities emerging. I've always said that General Hospital shines brightest when it dives deep into its legacy characters while introducing fresh conflicts. Anna's current journey does exactly that. Her return isn't just a comeback. It's a powerful reminder of why we've stayed loyal to this show for so long. The combination of psychological drama, family connections, and town-wide consequences has me more invested than ever. I can't wait to see how these explosions of story play out, especially with Peter's presence looming so large in Anna's world. There's something comforting about watching a character like Anna navigate these storms, because she represents hope and perseverance. Even when the path looks risky, I believe she will find her way, perhaps with help from those who truly care about her. The villains may be crumbling, but the real victory will be Anna reclaiming her peace while facing her deepest fears. This storyline has all the elements that make soap operas timeless: love, danger, redemption, and complex human emotions. Elizabeth Corte and Chris Van Etten recently shared some insights that truly shine a light on where Anna's story is heading, and it feels like everything is building towards something major. As a longtime viewer who has seen Anna Devane weather every storm imaginable, I can tell you this new obsession she is grappling with is deeply tied to the return of Peter and the possibility of Wes Ramsey coming back to Port Charles. It proves that the writers are crafting one of the most intense psychological arcs we have seen in years, and it has me completely hooked. What strikes me most is how this obsession is not just a passing shadow from Anna's past. It is exploding right in front of us, influencing her decisions and pulling her into risky territory. I have always believed that Peter represented unfinished business for Anna because of their complicated family connection. Even though we thought that chapter had closed, the way her mind keeps circling back to him feels intentional and powerful. The head writer's confirmation that this new obsession is directly linked to Peter's influence makes perfect sense to me. It differentiates from earlier stories where Anna seemed more in control after confronting her traumas. This time around, the vulnerability feels raw and layered, showing us a different side of her strength. In my opinion, bringing Wes Ramsey back, even in limited appearances or through Anna's perceptions, is a brilliant move that honors the history while creating fresh drama. I keep asking myself, how far will this obsession push Anna, and what will it mean for everyone around her? The answer seems to lie in the careful way the writers are weaving these threads together. Anna targeting Cullum and Sidwell feels personal, and it is leading her straight into new conflicts that could reshape the power structure in Port Charles. The villains have held sway for too long, and watching them begin to crumble under pressure from someone like Anna is deeply satisfying. This shift proves the show is ready for real change, and Peter's lingering presence in Anna's mind is the spark that could ignite a full explosion of storylines. It is thrilling to think about, especially knowing the head writers are deliberately connecting these elements. One aspect that adds even more heat to the canvas is the way larger forces are at play. I have noticed how the personal life of our beloved actors sometimes seems to inspire the energy on screen, and right now, the storyline feels particularly alive. With Laura Wright's partner bringing fresh passion and intensity to the overall atmosphere of the show, it is as if the entire cast and crew are channeling that excitement into the plots. It makes the drama feel more vibrant and explosive than ever. Whether it is through stronger performances or renewed creative momentum, this influence is helping General Hospital deliver the kind of high-stakes storytelling that longtime fans like me crave. I may be reading between the lines a bit, but after all these years, I have learned to spot when real-life energy translates into on-screen magic. Peter's potential return through Anna's new obsession is, to me, one of the smartest developments in recent memory. It ties back to those haunting moments at Windermere and expands them into something broader and more dangerous. Anna reaching out to Felicia and inviting her and Emma to France shows her desire to heal and reconnect, yet this unreliable influence in her mind threatens to complicate every step. The head writers have been clear that reunions with family and friends will carry this undercurrent of questionable guidance, and I cannot help but see Peter's shadow behind it. This tension between hope and hidden danger creates such compelling television. It reminds me why I have stayed loyal to the show through all its ups and downs. As someone well past 60 who has followed these characters like old friends, I appreciate how the writers balance psychological depth with the heart of the soap opera genre. Anna's journey is not just about confronting external villains like Cullum. It is about battling the ghosts within, and Peter's role in that battle feels both tragic and explosive. I truly believe Wes Ramsey's return, in whatever form it takes, will give us some of the most memorable scenes of the year. The confirmation from Corte and Van Etten solidifies that this is not random. It is a deliberate, well-planned arc designed to shake up Port Charles and reward patient viewers with rich payoffs. Looking ahead, I am filled with anticipation. Will Anna recognize the full extent of this obsession before it leads her too far down a dangerous path? How will Peter's influence clash with her efforts to rebuild relationships with Felicia and others? These questions keep the story burning hot week after week. The villains are being challenged like never before, and Anna stands at the center of a reckoning that has been long overdue. Combined with the vibrant energy coming from the entire cast, including the inspiring influence surrounding Laura Wright, the show feels renewed and unstoppable. This current chapter with Anna proves that General Hospital still knows how to deliver powerful, character-driven drama. The new obsession tied to Peter and Wes Ramsey's possible return is exploding in the best possible way, creating ripples that will touch every corner of Port Charles. I may not always predict exactly how things will unfold, but the evidence from the writers and the performances tells me we are in for something special. It has me counting down the episodes with renewed passion.